Go big or go home. This Alabama based startup just unveiled the biggest drone in the world, and it looks sublime. The massive drone called the Raven X is designed to launch small satellites into orbit while airborne. Avum, the space startup, has worked mainly in the background until recently when they unveiled their gigantic autonomous drone. They built the high-altitude aircraft and launch vehicle to ferry satellites to orbit and improve space access, similar goals to space tech leaders like Virgin Orbit, Rocket Lab, and SpaceX. But if you want to get ahead of the competition, and can't be the first, why not be the biggest? Raven X has a wingspan of 60 feet and a length of 80 feet, occupying about 8,000 square feet in a hangar. It can take off and land in just 1 mile of runway and uses the same jet fuel as a regular airplane. And by launching like an airplane instead of like a vertical takeoff and landing drone, the craft is more capable of handling challenging weather conditions. At first glance, the Raven X seems similar to Virgin Orbit's Stratolaunch because of its size and ability to launch payloads while airborne. But there is one key difference. Raven X doesn't require a human pilot, allowing the spacecraft to push the limits without risking lives. Because it can fly sans pilot, the drone will be able to pull off considerably higher G-loads and steep ascents. Avum is completely reimagining access to space. This comes from Jay Skyless. He's the founder and CEO of Avum. The current definition of rocket science doesn't work for us. With Avum, everybody will be able to say, "It is rocket science, and I can do it." Skyless is a trained physicist who used to work for NASA before launching Avum back in 2016. Skyless may have started small, but already the company has secured contracts for the next decade, worth over $1 billion. Raven X's first mission will be for the Space Force. The U.S. Space Force is proactively partnering with the industry to support U.S. space superiority objectives. This came from Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Rose, chief of the Space and Missile Systems Center Small Launch and Targets Division at the Kirtland Air Force Base. Having a robust U.S. industry providing responsive launch capabilities is key to ensuring the U.S. Space Force can respond to future threats, he said. It's about time. After slogging through years of delays and redesigns, the Tesla Cybertruck can finally be seen on public roads this holiday season. Deliveries of the long-awaited luxury EV SUV will begin to select customers starting November 30th before the vehicle enters full production next year at its Texas Gigafactory. Cybertruck production remains on track for later this year, with first deliveries scheduled for November 30th at Giga Texas. Production of the higher density 4680 battery cells is also progressing as planned, and they are continuing the build process. We'll hopefully get those in these Cybertrucks in no time. At the same time, the vehicle's electrical architecture is reportedly now being redesigned to accommodate an 800-volt standard, up from the 400-volt existing Tesla lineup. A lot of luxury, performance, and heavy-duty EV models, from the Audi e-tron to the GMC Hummer EV, are now using the 800-volt architecture. It's what enables EVs with large battery capacities to charge at a higher rate. For its existing model lines, Tesla's production and deliveries are both down this quarter, about 7%, or roughly 30,000 units compared to quarter 2, but still significantly higher year over year, up around 100,000 units from 2022. The EV maker has slashed the prices on its vehicles repeatedly this year, first in March, then again in September, taking a full 20% off the MSRP at the time, and once more in early October. The Model X, for example, started the year retailing at $120,990, but currently lists for just $79,990. The Model Models S now 74,000, Y 52,000 are down 24% from January, and the 3, now 38,990, is down 17%, and they've all seen similar price drops. In all, Tesla reports that its cost of goods sold per year decreased to around $37,500 in quarter 3. The company continues to increase its investment in AI development, as well as having more than doubled the amount of processing power it dedicates to training its vehicles and Optimus Robot AI systems, compared to quarter 2 anyway. The Optimus itself is reportedly receiving hardware upgrades and being trained via AI rather than hard-coded software. Additionally, the company announced that all US and Canada Hertz rentals will have access to the Tesla app, allowing them to use their phones as key fobs. Customers who already have a Tesla profile set up can apply those settings to their Hertz rental as well. And speaking of Tesla, they've released a new video demonstrating the latest self-driving software. A few months ago, Elon Musk did a live stream of a drive on Tesla's latest full self-driving software in the Bay Area. The idea was to showcase Tesla's new neural net-based vehicle controls, but the stream was far from a success, with poor filming and equally poor video quality, and the full self-driving system itself had a few issues. Now Tesla has released a more professional-looking video demonstrating the latest full self-driving beta capabilities. Tesla full self-driving capability demo in Austin, they say. The capabilities featured use vision neural networks to perceive and understand the world just like humans do. Therefore, it doesn't seem as though this demo features the latest neural network-based vehicle controls. It's important to note that Tesla acknowledges that it removed the alerts to apply pressure on the steering wheel for the demo, something that owners can't do, and not how full self-driving beta is meant to be used. The 5-minute drive shows no intervention driving in an environment where full self-driving beta generally shines: residential streets and following traffic. It's certainly not the most impressive beta drive we've ever seen, but what we want to see from Tesla is a path to taking responsibility for the system so it can truly become a useful Level 3 and Level 4 self-driving system. For that, we would like to see actual data on driver intervention, system failures, and accidents, but Tesla has expertly managed to avoid releasing that particular information. While full self-driving beta is impressive in many ways, it's hard to take their goal of a robotaxi service seriously without all of the info.